on in, sit back and relax. You're listening to episode 297 of the WealthTech Today podcast. I'm your host, Craig Iskowitz, founder of Ezra Group Consulting. This podcast is all about news in wealth tech. It's the July news episode. We've got a jam-packed show for you here. Just a couple of stories I'm covering. Wealthbox gets a $200 million investment. AdvisorEngine and Trade PMR joined forces. AdvisorEngine launches a partnership with SmartX. Got a bunch of AI news. Jump and Zocks with integrations. Nitrogen and Advisor partnering. And then, of course, the AdvisorTech map to round things out. But before we go into that, if you've got a tech stack in your company, which I know you do, you have problems. All the tech stacks that we see have serious issues. They've got tech debt. You've got other problems. Now we've got AI coming in, which is kind of throwing a monkey wrench in things. So do you have an AI strategy? If not, then you are flying blind into a storm of changes coming for our industry. At Ezra Group, we help wealth management firms turn their AI chaos into a competitive advantage. Our tech stack and AI strategy solutions are built specifically for advisory businesses, integrating custodial feeds, portfolio management systems, CRM, and all the great latest AI tools into a single scalable infrastructure. If you want to free your firm for exponential growth, you need to run, not walk to our website, ezragroup.com, and click on the golden Contact Us button on the homepage. Whether you're building whether you're evaluating your first AI-powered solution, or you're struggling with a bloated tech stack, it's become a liability, the experienced team at Ezra Group will help you design, optimize, and future-proof your infrastructure. We know what works and what doesn't. Visit ezragroup.com to learn more and schedule a free strategy call today. Now, a couple housekeeping chores. Please subscribe to the show wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our sponsor, the Invest in Others Charter Foundation at investinothers.org. And if you are a software vendor in the wealth management space, you need to update your integration data at our vendor portal at ezragroup.com/register. Register your app and then update your integration data so your wealth tech integration score will always be up to date. Now, let's kick this thing off. All right, next up on the news, Wealthbox is acquired by a private equity firm for $200 million. Wealthbox's leadership team, led by CEO John Rourke, will remain in place following the investment. This is from CityWire. Sixth Street, I'm having trouble saying that. Private equity firm invested $200 million to take a controlling interest. So it's not even the entire thing. The PE firm made the investment through its tech-centered growth investing arm, Sixth Street Growth. In a release, Wealthbox said leadership stays the same. We're partnering, yada, yada, yada. All right. To make sense of all this, or to give the tech stack side opinion, is our good friend and the founder of RIA Oasis consulting firm, Kristen Schmidt. Hey, Kristen.
Hello.
Hey, let's talk about Wealthbox. What do you think of this news? What does it say to the street? What does it say that they're being acquired by PE? Does it change things? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, good stuff. I think it says a lot of things. Number one, I think it's important to note that their investment is now holding the majority stake. Their previous investor, I believe Frontier, is still staying in place. And as you mentioned before, all management and teams. So what they like to say to their current clients and customers and their soon to be is business as usual, except that now they have a lot of fuel within the fire to do more. And I think that's the piece that's most important. Wealthbox has for a long time been trying to position themselves to be a very strong enterprise CRM model and to also be a competitor to Salesforce, not so much a competitor to Redtail and AdvisorEngine as we look at kind of the four larger CRMs that are taking over within the independent RIA space. So I think that Wealthbox has done some smart moves in creating their longevity in the industry to become a pure competitor with companies that are either third-party overlays to Salesforce or firms that are looking at Salesforce. They're also going to be looking at Wealthbox.
They certainly are. And it's a big move for them upstream. Right? Wealthbox has really been solidly in the small RIA, solo RIA category for many years. but how do you see them moving up? And have you seen evidence that they are getting traction on the enterprise side?
Yeah, ironically, I do feel as if Wealthbox gets the bad end of the deal where firms think that they are serving the smaller RAs, where in actuality, a lot of the larger RAs are utilizing Wealthbox, and I don't think that Wealthbox is getting enough credit for that. I myself implement that platform as well as all others, all of the competitors. What I will tell you is that they have built their platform initially to support large firms and enterprise models. Here's where the difference lies. There are so many large firms. What do we mean by that? Um, Hundreds of advisors, multi-billion dollar firms, firms that have all different offices throughout the United States and are running possibly half or full um, online office structure,
Hmm.
right? Those firms are succeeding on Wealthbox because they do have enterprise features, which a lot of the other CRMs struggle with, and because they're creating simplicity for the advisor-facing business. So to be clear, there are a lot of firms that are utilizing this for the advisors and their staff to use on the front end, especially for roll-up RIAs and umbrella RIAs. And that is really where it's lending. They've also made a lot of strong commitments with broker-dealers as well. So they fit that model just as Redtail does. Um, so they're competitive, but what has happened in the industry through all of the surveys from T3 to Michael Kitces and everyone else, they tend to get lumped in with Redtail. So whenever somebody says Redtail, they say Wealthbox. And I think Wealthbox is really looking to differentiate themselves to be away from Redtail because there really is no comparison when you look at those two softwares, except that they're out of the box, quote unquote. But otherwise, Wealthbox, I, as a consultant, as an independent who uses these systems day to day, I cannot and will never compare it to Redtail because it definitely blows it out of the water.
And now they've got fresh powder capital to even make it even
Yeah.
better, right? So
Exactly. They
we're
have already planted the seed and have started building a lot of their own proprietary AI tools. So that is their first endeavor, and that was mentioned in John Rourke's LinkedIn post when this news broke, and in many of the news articles that we've seen through the press releases. So innovation and AI reporting, automation innovation is definitely on their roadmap. And that is where they're going to be putting a lot of their attention. That's also what advisors want. So they're starting to lean towards advisors' wants and needs and trends within the industry. And then also what was mentioned, and it's kind of a generic term, I've used it a couple of times, the idea of wanting to build enterprise. So what does that mean? That means multiple offices, multiple access points, multiple ways to permission. When you have a home office and you want to see everything, but each of your offices can only see their books of business, when you would like to have automations or flows be permissioned, data viewing, data seeing, data editing is all what drives enterprise functionality. They already have that built, but they would like to expand on it. And it looks like that's really where they're going with a lot of these initiatives from this investment.
if you were advising John Rourke as to what he should be building next, big things with $200 million or acquiring, what would you say to
Sure.
him?
Um, it's funny because I talk with all of the CRM owners and I do get to share this, but it's a great question. I think the biggest gap we have right now with CRMs is meeting management. The idea of tracking my meetings. When did I last meet with them? When do I need to meet with them again? And how frequent do I need to be meeting with them? It gets complicated. The way I just explained it is way too simple. But the idea of advisors and planners and staff always want to see who haven't I touched yet and who do I need to be reaching out to, and who's not responding to us, even though we do, is very important. Um, None of these CRMs have any of that capability built in. I will give a shout out to AdvisorEngine. They actually do have a meeting management process set up. It's relatively simplistic, but they have something. Redtail doesn't have anything that works. It was something that was built in 2002 and is not relevant to today's industry. Wealthbox doesn't have anything that's in proprietarily built that tracks it for that meeting management and frequency. In Salesforce, you can build anything, but there's nothing that you can just plug and play in order to do it. So that would be my biggest craving, although the compliant measure for AI integrations and AI builds, I think, is very needed. You and your team did a great article on AI note takers and the AI tools, and I thought that was very helpful. I think firms are looking for compliant, simple tools, and if something is proprietary in the CRM, I think that helps to not have to, plug and play with other tools. So they're working on that. But meeting management is my first one. It seems simple, but it's also something that's been missing for 20 years.
It is impressive how fast things are moving,
Yeah,
right? It's just,
absolutely.
you sit still for 5 minutes and then 18 new things get released.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Wealthbox is winning the business today for multiple reasons. One is because they have built very streamlined and simplistic ways for email capture, email management, and calendar linking. And as simple as that sounds, a lot of the other systems are still a little bit archaic. They have built an extremely simple workflow tool. Other companies have workflow tools, but you must be a strategic thinker to use it. And in Wealthbox's case, you don't. So they have built pieces that are imperative to making your RIA business successful. And they're doing a great job of it. So I'm excited to see the next things that they do with this big investment for them.
Yeah, right. And the just diving in a little bit into the meeting notes and the AI note takers.
Mhm.
Do you see, thanks appreciate the feedback on the our AI note
Yeah,
taker review,
sure.
which anybody can find on wealthtechtoday.com, our blog. And the one thing we found was, or one that we spoke about was that we thought that CRMs would be threatened by these applications since they are becoming the center of the advisor's desktop and becoming data aggregators in their own right, which is really what the CRM does. So the CRM doesn't generate data, right? So that you don't trade in the CRM or performance reporting in the CRM. You're gathering data from the client and entering it into the CRM. So if the AI note taker is now the front door, all the meetings, all the emails, all the phone calls, all the interactions with the client have to go through the AI note taker first. All the tasks that are created are stored there, and then it's just storing them as a backup in the CRM. Does the CRM become redundant? And then do you think all these CRMs need to build their own note taker to say, hey, you can't lose us. You can't get away from us. We want to own this.
Yeah, I'm not on that train that it's going to be duplicative or that they're going to be a go away, but I am kind of an old school thinker. Here's where I separate things. As much as I see value in the AI tools in creating efficiencies and automations for our business, which I think is extremely valuable, the challenge I see with the idea that there could be an AI generated CRM, it does everything and the results land somewhere, is the input advisors and planners are putting in their CRM today is opinion and human generated advice. And we have to be ready to no longer do that, to allow
Mhm.
AI to compliantly, appropriately, and successfully generate advice on behalf of our triggers. And I think we're very far away from that, not only in the compliant effort and the function,
Mhm.
but how about in the appropriateness and correctness of that? And how
Mhm.
much does that remove us as humans, right? I don't see it trending that way. I find that to be, slightly dangerous in a sense. And so I think that the value of us as humans to be able to call Bob, your advisor, and say, should I really buy this house right now? Or if I wanted to work 2 more years, how does that change the picture? Can AI do it? Yes. Are our clients looking for a robot to spit that back to us? I don't think so just yet. So that's where I do believe that there's going to be the survival of the systems. As long as we have advisors still meeting with clients and making that human to human connection, you cannot replace that piece of the correspondence with AI just yet.
Just yet. So we
Hmm.
think. I would disagree with that, and I think that more. I just saw a survey. Um, where is it? Hold on a second. I'm looking up real time. I wish I had a producer. Uh, Clients are turning to Chat GPT to double check their advisors. There's a recent survey from Betterment found that 53% of respondents of this is Gen Z and millennial respondents, so people under 45, right?
Right. We've got
Millennials are
some time
45 now.
still. Yeah.
Under 45, they check AI at least once a month to get financial advice. On average, more than half of respondents said they use AI for financial advice, including 40% who use it weekly.
Yep.
Um, right. So,
So I think those are really great points. Here's where I would challenge that. I think that's going to increase. You're absolutely right. Um, and I will say I'm 47 and I still do that. So I think that's
mm,
very valid, right, in the generation. Um, but I think there's a core grounding of having information from a human that you're checking. If you don't have the human, how confident are we on the accuracy? Are
mm,
we going to feel confident with advice on big life decisions,
mhm,
right? Sell this, buy that, invest in this, give your life savings to XYZ. Are we going to feel comfortable comparing AI to AI? Where does the
mm,
human element, right? People are checking to get scenarios. Back in the day before AI existed or even the internet existed, what did we do? It's called second
mm,
opinion.
mm.
You get
Right.
another, go to another doctor, you go to another advisor. So the question is, when are humans truly going to be eliminated in this factor comfortably? I do believe that we have many years ahead of us before the humans are completely eliminated. And I do believe with all the AI happening right now, there's starting to be a little bit more distrust in the accuracy of data. We're starting to see more inaccuracies come out. We just saw Elon Musk's bot, right? Grok or whatever it
Grok.
is,
Hmm.
right? It made a fumble on the internet and a
Hmm.
very big one at
Hmm.
that. And it had to be corrected. So as
Hmm.
long as there's humans to correct things,
Hmm.
I think we're always going to want second opinions, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Hmm.
The question is AI enough?
And we've diverged from our core conversation on CRM
I
into AI,
know.
as we always, every conversation seems to diverge into AI. But I think we
Yes,
got everything
but I
covered.
but I will say the Wealthbox team has been building an AI tool. They're building their own proprietary one, which is why we kind of went on that octopus leg. They have their beta test ready to be released. I believe it's coming out this fall. And they have a group, they actually have a group, they've collected a group of advisors and people like us, so from all different places and careers to try to test it out. So we're all very excited to see what they're building, especially inside a
Mhm.
CRM. It'll be the first one that's not third party.
Yes, I agree.
Mhm.
Well, so that's where can people find more information about RIA Oasis?
Oh, they can go to the website, riaoasis.com. They can connect with me directly and or they can reach out to you because I
They
work with
can.
you a lot as well.
We
So
work together on a
um,
lot of things. Yes.
yeah, exactly. So we are two partners in crime, depending upon the project, which makes it customizable. So I appreciate the
So
opportunity to chat today.
EzraGroup.com or RIAOasis.com. Excellent. Thanks, Kristen.
Of course.
Our next story this month, Advisor Engine and Trade PMR joined forces to help advisors. This is the first in a series of Advisor Engine announcements we have this month. Advisor Engine, provider of an end-to-end wealth management platform, announced its integration with Trade PMR, a custodian service provider for independent registered investment advisors at Trade PMR Synergy Conference. The integration enables advisory firms to unite Advisor Engine's robust wealth management platform with Trade PMR's Fusion platform, setting the stage for an engaging and personalized advisor-client relationship. Advisor Engine and Trade PMR are aligned on providing advisory firms with the platform and capabilities they need to drive new growth, gain more productivity, strengthen their client relationships, and connect with the next generation of clients, said Advisor Engine CEO Rich Cankro. Of course, Trade PMR was in the news this year after they were acquired in a big surprise to the industry by Robinhood for $300 million in cash and stock. And so that's was finalized, and there was a lot of news about that. That came out. More information came out during their conference, which I was at both the Advisor Engine and Trade PMR conferences this year. Trade PMR currently serves around 350 RIAs, according to RIA Biz reporting, with combined assets of 43 billion as of January 31st. Hopefully that has increased since then. Of course, it's tiny when compared to the industry leaders like Schwab with 15,000 RIAs and 5 trillion in assets, but still assets are assets and there's money to be made, and it's a good deal for Advisor Engine to partner with Trade PMR to be able to access their advisory base and give them more options. And if the Robinhood deal works out the way they believe it will be, which is to build out a referral program, they believe that they can start driving new business and drive new clients to Advisor Engine, who rather to RIAs who use Trade PMR, and then they will need technology like Advisor Engine to manage the portfolios. Advisor Engine has a robust, very well integrated CRM, so it's a good deal for both firms. The at the Advisor Engine and Trade PMR conferences where I spoke, you can read about the presentations I gave on our website, wealthtechtoday.com. The Advisor Engine article is called Stack the Deck, a smarter approach to RIA tech stack planning. And the Trade PMR article is called The Silent Revolution, How AI in RIA Operations is Eating Your Tech Stack. Don't let AI eat your tech stack. We also had Rob Baldwin, the CEO and founder of Trade PMR, on the podcast back in March on episode 282. So you can go listen to that, talking about the natural client evolution with Robinhood's younger transaction-oriented users and their continued partnership with Wells Fargo. More Advisor Engine news. Advisor Engine launched a portfolio management technology suite in partnership with SmartX. Advisor Engine announced a series of enhancements to their investment management capabilities aimed at solving several RIA practice management challenges. They're focusing on driving RIA's operational excellence, eliminating client service bottlenecks, and propelling investment advisory firms to reach new levels of growth. Advisor Engine continues to invest in technology that is approachable, connected, and scalable. The benefits of its evolved portfolio management suite of tools, including UMA support, flow through the entire wealth management platform. So they've basically partnered with SmartX to be the core wealth management, or the core portfolio management technology inside of Advisor Engine. And we got a demo here of this technology. It looks pretty good. It looks seamless to me. I mean, compared to the other vendors out there, whether it's Tamarack or Orion or Black Diamond, it looks just as seamless as those platforms when it comes to where Advisor Engine ends and SmartX begins. You really can't tell as an advisor. They've got a very good portfolio construction workflow. They added UMA support, which I think is huge. A lot of RIA vendors don't offer true UMA with sleeve support, sleeve performance reporting, and all the different sleeve netting and sleeve capabilities. But SmartX has that. So now Advisor Engine has that. Optimized tax efficiency, a good proposal and account opening process. So really everything from soup to nuts, including rebalancing, obviously, and all the tools that an advisory firm would need to manage their managed account business. I really like some of the new search and reporting capabilities that Advisor Engine has built, as well as their enhanced client dashboards. They don't have AI powering that yet, but that's going to be coming down the pike. We really like the way their dashboards look and feel, the way how easy it is to configure them, and the data that's available to advisors and operations teams when you're using the Advisor Engine platform. So that's my coverage here of the Advisor Engine news. Although now I've got another Advisor Engine story as we move into our AI segment of the program, which I'm going to start in just a second. And here we are, the AI section of the program. Continuing with Advisor Engine. Advisor Engine integrations add AI power, greater financial data access, and expanded workflow automation to wealth management platform. And the AI portion of our program is going to be all AI, including this story. So during their client conference, they announced a whole slew of AI integrations, including note takers Jump, Zeppelin, and Zocks for Advisor Engine for meeting notes. So all of these will integrate with Advisor Engine CRM. Let me make that clear. The CRM part of Advisor Engine. Advisor Engine, of course, has a full end-to-end platform, including CRM, which used to be called Juncture, which they acquired a while back, which is now called Advisor Engine CRM. And it will integrate with Jump, Zeppelin, and Zocks, integrating or they're synchronizing data, meeting notes, tasks, and such back and forth between Advisor Engine CRM and the note takers. Additionally, Advisor Engine announced a non-AI integration, but one that's very important that we consider here at Ezra Group. They announced an integration with Zapier, which we all know is the automation platform that connects thousands of productivity applications. We think every application in the wealth management space should seriously consider integrating with Zapier because it just opens up so many possibilities and capabilities for your clients and partners. All right, continuing with the AI news, Jump and eMoney streamline advisor workflows with new data integrations. This new capability enables advisors to use both Jump and eMoney to push proposed updates to income, expenses, personal details, and financial goals immediately after client meetings. This was pretty cool. I saw a quick demo of this. And basically, when you're doing your meeting and Jump is recording all of it, it will then extract automatically information that it believes should be sent to eMoney. It'll then show you that data and show you the fields that it's going to be sending them to an eMoney, and the advisor can say, yes, no, I want to push that data to eMoney. So advisors simply review the suggestions generated by Jump's AI assistant, and with a single click, sync them into eMoney, ensuring financial plans are updated quickly and accurately. Also, in advance of the meetings, Jump pulls key data from eMoney into its pre-meeting prep, giving advisors a more accurate and complete briefing. I wrote a little bit about this on LinkedIn if you were watching at the time, where you can go back and check my feed. Another Jump integration in financial planning is with Right Capital. They basically do the same thing, the same kind of key household data, income, expenses, goals, and family records that they're extracting from client meetings. They can then push into Right Capital. And in addition to syncing the meeting insights, they added some new capabilities, including ask anything about a Right Capital household. So advisors can ask Jump specific questions in a prompting format, like who is the beneficiary of XYZ's 401k, and receive instant answers powered by the household's plan data in Right Capital. They have Right Capital data is being pulled into pre-meeting prep, and automated Right Capital data collection template completion. Jump maps conversational data to Right Capital's data collection templates, automatically filling them out for advisor review, and AI suggested fact updates. This could be very interesting and very beneficial in the future. Jump analyzes conversational data to propose updates to a client's household information. We're going to see a lot more of this in the future, where these AI note takers are going to provide a lot more advice and recommendations to advisors as to what data they should and shouldn't update. I wrote about it. If you go to the WealthTech Today blog, we did some writing about where we see the future of AI note takers, AI assistants. You can also go wealthtechtoday.com and review our AI note taker / assistants buyer's guide, which I think you'll find quite interesting. Next up in our AI news review, Zocks CEO talks capital raise as AI note taker race heats up. Zocks CEO Mark Gilbert told CityWire that he aims to use, they got a $14 million Series A funding. He's looking to use it to support a world-class go-to-market organization. So they're 13.8 million, Series A funding round led by Motive Ventures, the early stage investment arm of private equity firm Motive Partners. And they also, Motive Partners notably backs RIA tech giant InvestCloud alongside fellow private equity firm Clearlake Capital. For Zocks, the fresh capital markets marks an addition to the 5.5 million they raised through a seed round in early 2024. So that gives them 18.2 million, $18.3 million to kind of go head to head with Jump in the AI note taker / assistant category. And of course, Jump raised 20 million earlier this year. Zeppelin, another one of the note takers in the, we feel are in the same category, announced the only funding they announced is a $3 million seed round last November. So more AI news. This is also Zocks. Zocks and Precise FP partner to automate client onboarding and data collection workflows directly from conversations. Another thing we see as these AI note takers, being able to onboard clients, open accounts by pulling data from the different meetings and then automatically push that to different systems. Now, with this is a bi-directional integration between Zocks and Precise FP into the digital fact finding and account opening forms, which should eliminate manual data entry and automating client journey from initial contact through onboarding and ongoing engagement. So instead of the advisors or the clients having to manually enter the data into Precise FP, Zocks will just grab it from the conversation and then ship it over to Precise FP. Could be very cool, could save a lot of time in client onboarding. So we mentioned a bunch of companies in this AI review. I'm just going to run down their Ezra Group WealthTech integration scores for your edification. Jump has an integration score of 5.0. AdvisorEngine also 5.0. eMoney is 6.1. Right Capital is 6.6. Zocks is an 8.0. Ding, ding, ding. That hits them to the superior branch or superior level of our WealthTech integration scores. And Precise FP is, drumroll please, a 9.3 of the number one product in the WealthTech integration score database. 9.3. Congrats to Precise FP for being number one. Next up, Nitrogen and AdvisorEngine partner for integrated portfolio analytics, portfolio management, and CRM. Nitrogen, a leading developer of integrated risk tolerance, proposal generation, investment research, and planning software for advisors, and AdvisorEngine, a comprehensive technology platform and portfolio management solution for financial advisors and investment managers, announced an expanded integration and sales partnership that delivers the most comprehensive bi-directional integration between a risk analytics solution and a portfolio management system, redefining advisor efficiency and client service. AdvisorEngine and Nitrogen, users now benefit from workflow enhancements that eliminate manual processes and reduce friction. The collaboration includes 4 key features that enable a seamless, scalable experience. So we're very familiar with both of these vendors and their applications. There's a couple of things I liked about the announcement and some of the features that they have made available to their respective client bases. One is real-time portfolio syncing. So advisors can now import AdvisorEngine's accounts and holdings directly into Nitrogen. This real-time sync eliminates duplicate data entry, enhances accuracy, and enables faster, more efficient portfolio construction. A lot of our RIA clients who use Nitrogen are using it for portfolio construction, taking advantage of some of their capabilities around investment data analytics. And that tool has really grown and improved over the years since they released it maybe 5 years ago now. It's been quite some time. So the ability to move it in and out of your portfolio management system saves a lot of time and energy for your advisors or whoever is building your portfolios at your firm to be able to move them into Nitrogen and out of Nitrogen, or moving them into Nitrogen for things like running the portfolio analytics tools, giving the GPA grade and other analytics that Nitrogen has available for portfolios, and then exporting them into AdvisorEngine to be executed, assigned to accounts, and managed. And so that's a process you'll be running on a regular basis. So having it on the real-time portfolio syncing is very important. Another feature we liked, embedded investment risk scoring in AdvisorEngine. So Nitrogen's risk number generated now appears natively within AdvisorEngine's interface, giving advisors instant access to clients' risk alignment alongside their performance metrics without leaving the platform. Yeah, that's a feature that Nitrogen launched many years ago. One of the biggest benefits that Nitrogen did for themselves back in the Riskalyze days was partnerships and integrations. And even way before the Ezra Group WealthTech integration score, Nitrogen was really leading the way with integrations. They really had the most that we knew, besides Money Guy Pro and eMoney, which were also very big in integrations a long time ago. Nitrogen saw integrations as a way of gaining market share, making themselves stickier, and building these widgets that would show the risk number with their little risk score and their the speed limit sign, right, that everyone knows is Nitrogen, which is a great marketing tool, pops up in many applications. Uh, Now, on the WealthTech integration score, that would be a level 5 integration because it's an embedded widget, doesn't require any coding. It's very simple to plug in. So we try to encourage more vendors to build integrations that are similar to that. And finally, the other area we like about this particular integration is the integrated model management from the investment management arm, the TAMP arm of Advison Investment Management that allows the investment models to be pulled directly from there into Riskalyze, so rather Nitrogen. So if you are an Advison customer and you're also using their TAMP and buying their models, you can then take those models and put them right into Nitrogen to turn them into other portfolios, to analyze them and such. So very useful capabilities that they've been announced. And just for your edification, the WealthTech integration scores of both Advison and Nitrogen are very good. Advison's is a 6.13, which we categorize as in the excellent band, and Nitrogen's is an 8.7, which is in the superior and in the top 10 of all applications that you see on the Ezra Group WealthTech integration score. You can find out more about both these firms at nitrogen.com and advison.com. All right, now we're to my favorite part of the news, the AdvisorTech map and the WealthTech integration score update. We've got, I think, 3, 6, 8 applications that were added to the map this month. I'm just going to run right through them quickly for you. So first up is Advisor CRM. This is a free CRM with paid tiers for additional features like workflow and AI. We're curious how they actually make money with a free CRM offering. It's struggled to be sustainable, other free options. But we're going to reach out to these guys and try to better understand their business model and the monetization strategy. You can find them at advisorcrm.com. Next up is Advis Network. They're in the investment data analytics category, and they provide analytics and data tools focused on unit investment trusts. We're not really sure that UITs have a large enough addressable market to be viable, given that's a niche, but seems well designed. We like the website and at least the screenshots that they've got on the website looks pretty interesting. It's Advis, ADVIS network.com. Next up is Method Plan, which is a CRM overlay. It's a Salesforce-based platform providing structure for retirement plan advisory services. They seem to be targeting 401k and retirement plan advisor space, which is a distinct segment from the broader advisor. And the capabilities appear relevant, but they feel it may be better suited for a separate retirement plan technology category than the main AdvisorTech map, but we don't have one. So right now they're in the CRM overlay category, and it's methodplan.com. It's Method Plan. WebPrez, insurance and annuity sales videos, which is a digital marketing tool, video-centric sales and marketing platform built specifically for insurance agents and financial advisors. The focus seems to be more on insurance and annuity sales rather than comprehensive financial planning, but could be a useful digital marketing tool for certain advisor segments. WebPrez, WEBPREZ, like web presence, but WebPrez with a Z. The number one way to introduce and explain insurance and annuities to your leads. Video is certainly coming along. Advisors really should be taking more advantage of it, and this looks like a great tool for it. WebPrez. Next is QDeck.ai. A message to firms out there: don't put AI in the name of your company. Nobody cares. It's not really helping. QDeck.ai, investment data analytics, and with a secondary in sales enablement. QDeck, AI-powered investment analytics and research platform generating insights and recommendations. Of course, the secondary is sales enablement because they have proposal generation capabilities. Could be a potential competitor to tools like YCharts. It's QDeck.ai. QDECK.ai is their website. Next is Quinn. Quinn is an AI assistant, Quinn, right? 2 N's, is it? Or 1 N? 1 N, sorry. Quinn, Quinn. It is an AI assistant that can handle CRM data entry, scheduling, and follow-ups on behalf of advisors. This seems to fit well into the AI assistant category and provides AI-powered assistance to automate various advisor tasks. At $30 a month, it seems to be a compelling offering if it works as advertised. Of course, the AI category is jam-packed, so one more is going to be hard to work with, but rather hard to break out from all the other applications. But I think Quinn also just got some funding. Let me just look up here. Quinn AI funding. I think I just saw an article about them getting, 11 million bucks. Quinn AI. This is two ends. I think there's a Quinn with one end and a Quinn with two ends. I apologize. Yeah, Quinn there's two end Quinn with the AI financial planning application raised 11 million. This is Quinn with one N, and their website is heyquin.io. Oh boy. HEYQUIN.io for Quinn, the AI assistant. Man, this is getting confusing even for me. All right. Next up, Holistico in the sales enablement category, sales enablement and prop gen platform using AI to transform investment research into recommendations. We think it's better categorized as a sales enablement prop gen rather than pure investment data analytics, which is where they think they wanted us to put them. And the AI is generating client-ready materials. So seems like it could be a good fit. The Holistico name is a little confusing, but we're running out of names here, folks. It's hard to find one. So Holistico, their website is holisticoinvest.com. And finally, Fin-Dash in financial planning, another financial planning tool, Fin-AI, again, the AI moniker in financial planning. So Fin-Dash, an all-in-one financial planning and ops platform aiming to replace multiple advisor tools. They seem to be an ambitious early-stage platform, trying to do a lot. There seems to be a couple of gaps in their capabilities, but they're growing, and everyone's got to start somewhere. Still early in the development, but we encourage more innovation and firms looking to do things a little bit differently. We're not really sure if this is going to take off, but you can check them out at fin-AI. And that's really all that we have. If you are a vendor, any of these vendors or any other vendors on the AdvisorTech map, you should go to ezragroup.com/register and register your application with our WealthTech integration score. And that way you can update your score and the data we have for you at any time, and your WealthTech integration score on our website will automatically be updated. And by the way, our integration score is linked to the Keatsis.com AdvisorTech directory, so that our integration score appears alongside the Keatsis user satisfaction score. So making sure your score is updated will make sure that everyone that we link to with our score will see the latest. And that's the end of this episode of the WealthTech Today podcast. Thanks for listening. But please go to our website, as I mentioned, ezragroup.com, scroll to the bottom of the homepage, and sign up for our newsletter. Once a month, you'll receive an email chock full of wealth management goodness, news, information, and updates. You will not be disappointed. Thanks again for listening, and talk to you all again next time.